Good afternoon again, everyone. My name is Daryl Robinson.
And I'm Troy Shockley.
We're from the Congress Heights Community Training and Development Corporation.
Okay, so when we were thinking about this here, we wanted to tell you all what we thought about when we were coming up with this whole idea behind developing this hybrid learning model. So our hybrid distance learning program, we envisioned having a curriculum that was based around things that were accessible to students that were in person and also virtual. One of the problems we had when we were doing our research project, we talked about students not having, not coming in with attendance, they were missing classes and things of this nature. So prior to us even thinking about, even prior to COVID coming out, we decided to come up with something different. And thus we decided to use this model with our building maintenance program. And with our building maintenance program, we have 5 modules that we use this with, and that's electrical, plumbing, flooring, drywall, and painting. And as I mentioned earlier, initially, prior to COVID-19, we were working on a plan to attract more trainees who could not attend during our scheduled in-person classes. And what we have 3 13-week cohorts. And for the occupation part, trainees meet Mondays and Wednesdays from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock p.m. And at this point, we have 10 building maintenance trainees, and we rotate them due to CDC social distance guidelines. We have 5 on site and 5 virtual. Okay. With that, the instructor, he engages the trainees in theory prior to the practical application to establish a firm foundation. So what happened is, if he's going to show them how to do drywall on Monday, he will come in and go over all the theory. And then when they come on Wednesday, they'll actually start hanging drywall.
When we orient the students during orientation, we complete we have them complete an introductory technology survey. So we know where they are as far as the technology is concerned. We know if they need computers. We know if they know how to access the different platforms that we're going to be using. We provide computers for them. If they do not have them, we provide desktops as well as Google Chromebooks. We provide them with a $20 internet stipend to go with what the city offers as far as the internet is concerned. But most of our students, they had some access to the internet, or they could access the classes pretty easily. So we only had to do that for maybe like 1 or 2 students. We conducted home visits for them to make sure that the Chromebooks and the desktops were set up and that they could install the software and the hardware with no problems. We also made sure that we did a dry run with them to make sure that they could, when the first day of class starts, that they are already set and ready to go. We provide technical assistance throughout the training cohort for both the instructors and the students. So I'm available, or Troy's available during each of the classes to make sure that there are no problems, that time doesn't take away from, that technical issues do not take away from the classroom instruction. The platforms that we use GoToMeeting that's where the classes, the instructors are actually teaching on GoToMeeting. We chose GoToMeeting because Google Meets is another platform, and we use Google Classroom, but Google Classroom does not have the time capacity to support a 3 or 4 hour class. And so we decided to use GoToMeeting as our platform where the virtual instruction would take place. And then Google Classroom is where they access their class information, and they can go back and access the videos to the classes if they're unable to attend the class while it's in session. So now I will share just a clip of the building maintenance class in session. I just want to mention that also, as with Jeff, CASA's competencies are embedded in the lesson, and we'll have a few comments after you are able to view the class. Just as a disclaimer, I know we're all adults, but you may hear some adult shop talk in this presentation.
About you said, it feel like something you kind of just snap off and maybe keep it in place.
And what will it do?
Maybe keep you from,
Rakeem, you with me?
maybe keep you from going past a certain place. What
Okay. This is simply a pipe cutter. And when I said it before, and I think one of the first things I said during the initiation of our class, there's going to be a lot of things that I will be introducing. You've never heard, never seen before. That's the time when you start taking notes. All right. When I say something that you don't know what I'm talking about, or you got a slight understanding, but you're not 100% sure, that's a perfect time to take notes. When I discuss processes or call out words, I may simply make a statement. This is a good time to take a note. You have to pay attention. You got to listen. You got to know when to take notes. You got to know when to ask a question. There is no dumb question. At no time while we sit here, even if you're completely off the topic, no question is a dumb question. I'm in a position to teach others, and I want you to learn. At the same time, I may not be able to say at every moment or take a pause every moment, write this down. If you don't know, you never heard it before, sounds crazy, it's interesting, it's a good time to take a note. All right. So with that being said, this little device, very simple, is a pipe cutter. I'll measure what I need to cut to install in a certain spot, put my line on, fit this on here, turn the dial on the end, and ultimately it will clamp down. Once I got a good tight fit, it won't slide no more. I just have to rotate this in a circular motion. It's going to be tight at first. As that tightness eases up, I'm cutting in. Now I want to go in a little bit deeper. So I'll tighten down on my nut here again. Yes, sir.
Can everyone hear? We just wanted to give you all a snippet of what happens with the lesson. And then after he completes the lesson, he follow-ups with the students on a recap and debrief. He asks them to explain to him what they experienced. He handles any questions, entertains any questions they might have. He reviews anything that they might need a revision on. He provides both written and hands-on quizzes. He contacts them via phone. He has virtual meetings with them. He emails them, he texts them, just to make sure he can engage the students that may have been virtual at that particular time. And he also entertains questions in the chat during the virtual classes. And so that is our presentation, and we'll entertain any questions you all have at this time.